Hello, everyone. On my way to work. Had a great time with the kids. It's gonna be a rough night. I woke up early so I could be with them and watch them open presents and stuff. So we shall see how this goes. Everything's closed, so I didn't buy a Red Bull or anything Monster or whatever that might help once I get really tired through the wee hours of the morning. But off we are. My son got a PJ Masks chair and just loved it. Kept sitting in it and standing in it and everything. We'd open up another gift in front of him and show him what it was, and he'd like look at it for a second, and then he'd turn around and find the chair and then sit in it and get out of it and sit in it. And he was just happy to have a chair, like his size, and it was the cutest thing. My daughter wanted an ice cream truck, a food truck, and a vet clinic for my generation from Target for her dolls. And the original thing we were trying to get was the vet clinic, and we couldn't find it locally within 300 miles. My mother found it. She's in Florida. Bought it, shipped it up to us. When it got here, it was damaged. So that was when I was about to drive 16 hours, 8 hours one way, 8 hours back to go get it. And then we opted to get the ice cream truck instead. And then like 3 days ago or 4 days ago or whatever it was, the vet clinic came in stock at our local Target. So immediately my girl ordered it, went and picked it up. And so of the three things that she, desperately wanted this year, we thought we were only going to get two of the three, and she ended up getting all three. So she had a great Christmas. She got tons of dolls and clothes and prop toys for everything, basically. I don't know it intricately enough to talk about it intelligently, but suffice it to say, I'm sure she's blown away with the amount of things she has to play with and use, and her dolls can play with and accessorize. And then our oldest boy needed a new laptop, and we weren't sure what happened with the shipping because we ordered it on like the 15th, and UPS just didn't update at all. Just said, waiting to ship, or whatever label created, waited and ship. So she finally called, figured out what was going on. They shipped it, and it was supposed to come in Christmas Eve, and it did. So, she stayed up and loaded all the stuff on it. She stayed up all night till like 3 a.m. wrapping gifts and whatnot. I felt so bad that I wasn't able to help, and that she was there by herself. And our youngest son was there, but the other kids were with their father. And I felt bad just being at work, not being able to be with her on Christmas Eve. But she knocked it out like a champ. She got it all done and wrapped, and she got the laptop booted and all his games loaded and just everything, just stellar. She's the MVP. She made it happen, as most moms do, most women do. They get it done. So the look on his face when he got to open it and everything was ready to go, we didn't have to patch, update, or install anything. He just got to turn it on and play. And he got some action figures for Five Nights at Freddy's, which is his big thing that he's obsessed with. And all in all, I'd say everybody got what they wanted. My girl was fantastic, facilitating gifts from everybody else, and I couldn't be happier. Literally anything on the list that I would have liked to have had, they got, and it just blew me away. I didn't expect to get all that stuff. This year was a little tight, and I just wanted to make sure the kids were happy and the kids got what they wanted, and anybody got what they needed, and they went above and beyond for me. They got me anything I wanted and or needed. So it's just awesome. My daughter picked out some hot sauce for me. Now, I'm not like this heat enthusiast, got to have everything spicy type of guy, but as long as it's got good flavor, I don't mind good heat. And so my daughter picked out this little 3 bottles of hot sauce kit thing because she knows I like to have spicy food. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to try that stuff. I'm just blown away. It was such a good time. I didn't get to stay and eat. Dinner's there's normally about 4 o'clock, and that's about what time I start packing myself up and getting ready to go to work. So I made me a little doggy plate to go, and I'll have to just heat it up at work and go from there. But you know, everybody looked really happy. Everybody looked like they had a great time, and it's just nice to have that interaction, even though I didn't get to stay the whole day. It was just good to be a part of it. So I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I just hope you had a great day with your family. Even if it's the family you choose. If it's a rougher holiday for you, my condolences. I know that it can be a tough time as COVID's claimed people and stuff, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on this. I don't want to say that your feelings aren't valid, because they totally are. So my heart goes out to everybody that's lost somebody and is trying to do Christmas the first time without him. That's rough. It was rough losing my brother, my grandmother, and not to COVID, but just I remember those feelings. So I understand. Hopefully you were still surrounded by people you care about and that care about you to help you get through this holiday. And like I said, I hope it was good for you, as good as it could be. I want to stay positive. I want it to be a good experience for everybody. I feel for you. I got a backpack to take my laptop to work with me, so I should be able to try and crank out some of my deep dive videos a little easier, because I was always worried about transporting my laptop and everything to work. So I have a backpack now that is designed to carry a laptop and stuff. So fingers crossed I can get that done. I'm going to need to figure out a way to set it up. I mean, I can have it in my lap, and I'm not necessarily worried about that, but if there was a way to do it differently than in my lap or on the steering wheel, I might need to get an inverter. I don't know how long my battery will last on my laptop. I'm one of those bad laptop owners that keeps them plugged in all the time. I know it's bad for the batteries. I should have just unplugged the battery when I decided it was going to be a permanent fixture in my computer desk, but I neglected to do that, so I'm sure that battery's shot. It probably won't last but 2-3 hours, so I know I did it to myself. I could buy another battery if I was trying to do more stuff at work, if I couldn't get an inverter. But that's another problem for another day. Not really a whole lot to say. I miss a lot of my family, both in blood and chosen family in Florida. I love them all. I miss them, even people that I don't talk to all the time. I still think about them, and I really just hope that everybody had a great day. I hope everybody was surrounded with love, and my mother went to a friend of hers who's also a coworker and got to celebrate Christmas with them, so my mom wasn't alone. And my dad is with one of my other brothers and his 2 kids and wife and all that fun stuff. So, you know, everybody was with people that loved them and cared about them, and I'm just glad that it was able to work out like that. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about other than the holiday, which I briefly did. I don't want it to be braggadocious and talk about all the stuff that I got or whatever. It doesn't feel right, but to see my kids excited and their faces light up, and that genuinely is the best. You know, you hear people that say it about kids and you eye roll, and I was one of those. I'm only almost 2 years into being a parent, so I'm not far removed from the other side of the fence. And for what it's worth, it really is different. it's just hard to imagine. You think you think you can't explain it. Having a pet that you care about and love and is similar for sure, but for whatever reason, having a person and is just different. I don't know if it's because they can talk and communicate and tell you how they feel and express love and other emotions stronger or differently or more similar to you, so you emote or connect different. I don't know why, but having a child is different than having a pet. Not that pets can't be children, because I was definitely one of the fur baby people. But to see their faces light up with the gifts that they get, and the innocence and joy and bliss, I just love it. I love watching it. I finally got to experience it. I didn't really get to do it last year with my son. He was too young. He doesn't really understand Christmas yet, but he understands gifts and things, and loved it all the same. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for riding to work with me. I'm not going to make a video longer than it needs to be. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. If you want notifications for new videos that I put out, please subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope it's full of love, and we'll see what happens for me on the ride home. Maybe I'll learn something. Thanks, guys.